It's 9:47 p.m., the lights just went out. No power, no signal, and no clue how long this will last. This isn't just an inconvenience. It could be life or death. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 11 essential survival rules that could save your life during a blackout or emergency. From avoiding deadly generator mistakes to staying warm with just a blanket and cardboard, these tips are rarely shared but crucial. If you want to protect yourself and your loved ones when disaster strikes, stick around. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because survival starts with knowledge. Let's dive in! Rule 1. Keep your cool, the power of staying calm. When the lights suddenly go out and the world around you plunges into darkness, your first instinct might be to panic. It's natural. Your heart races, your breath quickens, and your mind starts spinning with what-ifs. But here's the truth. Panic is your worst enemy in an emergency. Staying calm isn't just a suggestion, it's the foundation of survival. Why is this so important? When you panic, your brain shifts into fight-or-flight mode, which can cloud your judgment and lead to impulsive, often dangerous decisions. You might forget critical steps, overlook obvious solutions, or even put yourself in harm's way. For example, rushing outside in total darkness or fumbling with unfamiliar tools can escalate the situation instead of resolving it. So, how do you stay calm when everything feels chaotic? Start by taking a deep breath, literally. Inhale slowly, hold it for a few seconds, and exhale. Repeat this until your heart rate slows and your thoughts become clearer. This simple act can help you regain control over your emotions and focus on what needs to be done. Now think about the people around you. If you're with family, friends, or even strangers, your reaction will set the tone for everyone else. Fear is contagious, but so is calmness. Speak in a steady, reassuring voice and give clear, simple instructions. Even if you don't have all the answers, projecting confidence can prevent chaos and help others feel safer. Real-life emergencies have shown the power of staying calm. Take the 2003 Northeast blackout, for instance. Millions of people were left without power. But those who remained composed were able to assess their situations, avoid unnecessary risks, and make it through safely. They didn't rush to drive in pitch-black streets or make hasty decisions. They paused, thought things through, and acted wisely. Remember, darkness is temporary, but the consequences of panicked decisions can last a lifetime. Before you reach for a flashlight or start making plans, take a moment to breathe and center yourself. Staying calm isn't about being fearless. It's about staying in control when it matters most. Rule 2. Be prepared. Build your emergency kit. When disaster strikes, there's no time to gather supplies or make a last-minute shopping trip. That's why having a well-stocked emergency kit is non-negotiable. Think of it as your lifeline, a collection of essentials that can keep you and your loved ones safe and comfortable for at least 24 to 72 hours. So what should go into this kit? Start with the basics. A reliable flashlight with extra batteries is a must, as is a battery-powered or hand-crank radio to stay updated on news and emergency alerts. Water is another top priority. Pack at least 1 gallon per person per day. For food, choose non-perishable items like energy bars, canned goods, and dried fruits. And don't forget a manual can opener. It's useless to have canned food if you can't open it. But an emergency kit isn't just about food and water. Think about personal needs. Do you or your family members take daily medications? Include a supply in your kit. Have a baby or a pet? Pack diapers, formula, or pet food. A first aid kit is also essential, along with items like a whistle, dust masks, plastic sheeting, and duct tape. These might seem like overkill, but in certain situations they can be lifesavers. Now let's talk about power. In a blackout, your phone is your connection to the outside world until the battery dies. That's why a charged power bank or a solar charger is a game changer. Some people also keep spare cash in small bills, as ATMs and card systems may not work during an outage. Imagine this scenario: you're at home and the power suddenly goes out. Your phone dies minutes later, and you're left in total darkness with no way to call for help or even see what's around you. But if your emergency kit is ready and within reach, you're already ahead of the game. You have light, food, water, and the tools to stay informed and safe. The key to a good emergency kit is accessibility. Store it in a place that's easy to reach, even in the dark. And don't forget to check it regularly, replace expired items, and ensure everything is in working order. Emergencies don't come with warnings, but being prepared means you won't need one. Rule 3, know your home. Locate the circuit breaker. When the power goes out, your first instinct might be to check the lights, flip switches, or even try to fix the problem yourself. But here's the thing, in some cases that can be incredibly dangerous. Electrical issues can lead to fires, electrocution, or even explosions if not handled properly. That's why knowing where your circuit breaker or safety switch is and how to use it is critical. The circuit breaker is essentially the control center for your home's electricity. In an emergency, it allows you to shut off power to prevent further damage or danger. Most homes have the breaker box in a garage, basement, or utility room, but some are located outside. Take the time now to locate yours and familiarize yourself with how it works. Why is this so important? Imagine waking up to silence. No hum of the fridge, no lights, nothing. You go to check the outlets, and suddenly you smell something burning. Your heart races as you realize something is wrong. If you don't know where your circuit breaker is, you're wasting precious time when every second counts. Turning off the main switch can prevent a small issue from becoming a major disaster. It can stop a fire before it starts, protect your appliances from power surges, and keep you safe from electrical shocks. But here's a crucial tip. If you see signs of serious damage, like exposed wires, water leaks near outlets, or sparks, don't try to fix anything yourself. Shut off the power and call a professional. Another thing to consider is accessibility. Make sure your breaker box is easy to reach, even in the dark. Keep a flashlight nearby, and ensure the area around the box is clear of clutter. In an emergency, you don't want to be tripping over boxes or searching for a light source. Knowing your home's electrical system isn't just about safety, it's about peace of mind. When you're prepared, you can act quickly and confidently, even in the most stressful situations. So take a few minutes today to locate your circuit breaker, learn how it works, and share this knowledge with everyone in your household. It's a small step that can make a big difference when it matters most. Rule 4. Never run a generator indoors, the silent killer. When the power goes out, a generator can feel like a lifesaver. It keeps your lights on, your fridge running, and your devices charged. But here's the harsh reality. Using a generator indoors, or even in a semi-enclosed space like a garage, can turn that lifesaver into a deadly hazard. Generators produce carbon monoxide, CO, a colorless, odorless gas that's incredibly dangerous. Even a small amount of CO can cause dizziness, confusion, and nausea within minutes. Prolonged exposure can lead to unconsciousness, brain damage, or even death. The scariest part, you won't see it coming. You can't smell it, and by the time you feel the symptoms, it might already be too late. Picture this. A storm knocks out power across your neighborhood. You pull your generator into the garage, thinking it's safe because the door is open. You plug it in, relieved to have some power back. But within minutes, you start feeling lightheaded. Your head pounds, your stomach churns, and you don't know why. That's carbon monoxide poisoning, and it's already taking hold. Every year, hundreds of people die from CO poisoning caused by improper generator use. Even with windows open or fans running, the gas can build up to lethal levels. So what's the right way to use a generator? Always place it outdoors, at least 20 feet away from your home. Make sure it's far from windows, doors, or vents where fumes could seep inside. And here's a critical tip. Invest in a carbon monoxide detector. This small device can alert you to dangerous CO levels before it's too late. Think of it as an extra layer of protection for you and your family. Using a generator safely might feel inconvenient, running long extension cords or setting it up in the rain. But it's a small price to pay for your life. When the power goes out, your priority should be staying alive, not risking it for a little convenience. Rule 5. Protect your phone battery, your lifeline in the dark. In a blackout, your phone becomes more than just a device. It's your connection to the outside world. It's how you call for help, check updates, and stay in touch with loved ones. But here's the catch. Phone batteries don't last forever, and in an emergency, every percentage of charge counts. The problem is, most of us are used to using our phones constantly. Scrolling through social media, streaming videos, or checking notifications can drain your battery faster than you realize. In a blackout, this habit can leave you stranded without a way to communicate when you need it most. So how do you make your phone battery last? Start by turning off unnecessary features. Switch off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and location services. Better yet, put your phone in airplane mode to conserve power while still allowing you to check messages or make calls when needed. Another tip, avoid extreme temperatures. Leaving your phone in direct sunlight or freezing cold can drain the battery even faster. Keep it in a cool, dry place to preserve its charge. Now imagine this scenario. You're hours into a blackout and your phone is down to 10%. You need to call a family member, but you hesitate, wondering if you should save the battery for later. That's why planning ahead is so important. Keep a fully charged power bank or a portable solar charger on hand. A car charger can also be a lifesaver if you have access to a vehicle. It's also worth noting that during major blackouts, cell towers might go down, making it harder to get a signal. That's why it's smart to have a backup way to get information, like a battery-powered radio. Your phone is a vital tool, but it's not the only one you should rely on. In an emergency, your phone isn't just for entertainment, it's your lifeline. Treat it as such by using it wisely and preparing for the possibility of extended outages. A little foresight can make all the difference when every second counts. Rule 6, stay indoors. Your home is your safe haven. When the power goes out, your first instinct might be to step outside. Maybe you want to check on your neighbors, see what's happening, or even drive somewhere for help. But here's the truth. The outside world can be far more dangerous than the darkness inside your home. Blackouts often come with hidden hazards. Downed power lines, broken glass, and flooded streets can turn a simple walk into a life-threatening situation. In some cases, panic-driven crowds or opportunistic looters can make the streets unsafe, especially during citywide blackouts or natural disasters. Imagine this. You hear shouting and car alarms from the street. Curious, you open the door to investigate, only to find chaos unfolding outside. Suddenly, your home doesn't feel so secure anymore. That's why, unless authorities tell you to evacuate, your safest place is inside. Staying indoors doesn't mean sitting in the dark, waiting for the power to come back. It means taking smart steps to protect yourself and your family. Keep doors and windows locked, and use flashlights or battery-powered lanterns instead of candles to reduce the risk of fire. If it's cold, layer up with extra clothing or blankets to stay warm. Communication is also key. Make sure everyone in your home knows not to open the door for strangers, even if they claim to be checking on you. During a blackout, trust is limited, and safety comes first. If you have a battery-powered radio, use it sparingly to stay updated on emergency alerts or local news. This can help you make informed decisions about whether it's safe to stay put or if you need to leave. Staying inside isn't about hiding, it's about staying smart. It gives you time to assess the situation, plan your next steps, and wait for more information before making any risky moves. In many cases, just staying put is the best way to survive until help arrives. Rule 7, master the art of cooking without power. When the power goes out, your kitchen can quickly become a useless space. No microwave, no electric stove, no oven, just silence and cold appliances. That's why it's crucial to know how to cook without electricity. Food isn't just about comfort during a blackout. It's about survival. It fuels your body, keeps you warm, and gives you the energy to think clearly and act decisively. So, what are your options when the grid goes down? The good news is there are plenty of alternatives, but you need to be prepared and know how to use them safely. A camping stove with small gas canisters is a great option. Compact, portable, and easy to use. Portable propane grills or butane burners are also excellent choices, as they can cook meals or boil water efficiently. Even a simple alcohol stove or chafing dish can do the trick in a pinch. But here's the catch. All of these methods must be used outdoors. Cooking indoors with anything that produces fumes, like a charcoal grill or gas burner, is extremely dangerous. Carbon monoxide, an invisible and odorless gas, can build up quickly in enclosed spaces, leading to serious illness or even death. Now imagine this. The power has been out for over 12 hours. Your fridge is warming up and your snacks are running low. You open a can of soup only to realize you have no way to heat it. That's when having a backup cooking method becomes more than just convenient. It becomes essential. Before the next blackout, take the time to practice using your alternative cooking tools. Learn how to set them up, how much fuel they require, and how to safely operate them. Try boiling water or preparing a simple meal so you're confident in your abilities when it matters most. Cooking without electricity isn't just about feeding yourself. It's about staying prepared, resourceful, and safe. When the lights go out, knowing how to cook can make all the difference in keeping your family nourished and ready to face whatever comes next. Rule 8. Stock up on water and food, your first line of defense. When disaster strikes, the first 24 hours are critical. You can survive weeks without food, but only a few days without water. That's why keeping a stockpile of water and non-perishable food is one of the most important steps you can take to prepare for a blackout. Here's the thing. When the power goes out, so does your ability to rely on modern conveniences. If your home uses electric pumps or well water, your taps will run dry. And if the outage lasts longer than expected, you could find yourself in a dire situation without clean drinking water. So how much water should you store? The general rule is at least 1 gallon per person per day, enough for drinking and basic hygiene. Store it in sealed, food-grade containers and replace it every 6 months to keep it fresh. If you have pets, don't forget to account for their needs as well. Food is just as important. Stock up on non-perishable items that don't require cooking, like canned vegetables, beans, tuna, peanut butter, dried fruit, crackers, and energy bars. These foods have a long shelf life and can provide the calories and nutrients you need to stay strong during an emergency. Now picture this. The power has been out for 12 hours. Your fridge is no longer cold, your usual routines are disrupted, and you're starting to feel thirsty. If you don't have clean water and ready-to-eat food on hand, you're already at a disadvantage. Being prepared means thinking ahead. Keep your emergency supplies in a cool, dry place that's easy to access. Make sure everyone in your household knows where they are and what's included. And don't forget to periodically check your stockpile to ensure everything is still usable. In a blackout, water and food are more than just necessities. They're your first line of defense. By staying prepared, you can avoid the panic and uncertainty that comes with being unprepared, giving you the confidence to face any challenge. Rule 9. Create a family communication plan. Stay connected, stay safe. When the power goes out, staying connected with your family becomes a top priority. But what happens if you're not all in the same place? What if phone lines go down, cell towers fail, and you can't reach each other? That's where a family communication plan comes in. A blackout can create chaos, especially if you're separated from your loved ones. Imagine this. You're at work, your partner is at the store, and your kids are at school. Suddenly the power fails, and all lines of communication go silent. No texts, no calls, no way to know if everyone is safe. Without a plan, confusion and worry can take over. So, what should your communication plan include? Start by agreeing on a set of emergency contacts. This should include not just each other, but also someone outside your local area. If local networks are down, reaching a relative or friend in another city might still be possible. Next, establish meeting points. Choose one close to home, like a nearby park or corner store, and another farther away, such as a relative's house or community center. This ensures you have a backup location if returning home isn't an option. Teach everyone in your family how to send a text, as texting often works when voice calls don't. It also uses less battery, which is crucial during a prolonged outage. Write down key phone numbers on paper. Yes, even in the digital age, having a physical copy can be a lifesaver when screens go dark. And don't forget the kids. Make sure they know how to contact someone besides their parents, like a grandparent or trusted neighbor. This extra layer of preparedness can make all the difference in a stressful situation. A family communication plan isn't just about staying in touch. It's about staying safe and reducing anxiety during a blackout. By planning ahead, you can ensure that everyone knows what to do and where to go, no matter what happens. Rule 10. Learn basic first aid. Be your own first responder. In an emergency, help isn't always immediately available. During a blackout, hospitals may be overwhelmed. Emergency services stretch thin, and ambulances delayed. That's why knowing basic first aid skills is essential. It could mean the difference between life and death. Think about it. What would you do if someone in your home got hurt during a blackout? A deep cut that won't stop bleeding, a burn from a cooking mishap, or a child choking on food? These are situations where waiting for help might not be an option. Your ability to act quickly and effectively could save a life. Start with the basics. Learn how to stop severe bleeding, treat burns, perform CPR, and help someone who's choking. Even knowing how to properly clean and bandage a wound can prevent a minor injury from becoming a major problem. Now imagine this. The power is out, and someone in your home gets injured. There's no doctor nearby, no internet to look up what to do, and no way to call for help. In that moment, your first aid knowledge becomes your most valuable tool. Serious problems often start small. A minor cut can lead to a dangerous infection if not treated properly. A sprained ankle can leave someone immobile without the right care. That's why it's so important to build your skills now, before you're forced to learn them under pressure. Take a local first aid course, watch trusted training videos, and practice with your family. Make sure everyone knows how to use a basic first aid kit and understands the steps to take in common emergencies. In a blackout, you can't always rely on others to come to your rescue. By learning basic first aid, you're not just preparing for the unexpected, you're empowering yourself to take control and protect the people you care about most. Conclusion: be ready, stay safe, and take control. Blackouts can strike without warning, turning the familiar into the uncertain in an instant. But with the right preparation, knowledge, and mindset, you can face any emergency with confidence. These 11 survival rules aren't just tips, they're lifelines. From staying calm and conserving your phone battery to knowing how to cook without power and creating a family communication plan, each rule is designed to help you stay safe, protect your loved ones, and make smart decisions when it matters most. Remember, survival isn't about luck, it's about preparation. The steps you take today can make all the difference tomorrow. So, stock up on essentials, learn the skills that could save a life, and always have a plan in place. Emergencies don't wait for you to get ready, but when you are, you'll be one step ahead. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Knowledge is power, and in times of crisis, it's also survival. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, you've got this.